Hello everyone. Today we will do the exercise of chapter 2 of political life, that is diversity, prejudice and discrimination. So in the exercises, first of all, there are true or false. Number 1 is untouchability no longer exists in India. This one is false, as though untouchability is declared unlawful today, still it is practiced in many parts of the country. So first one is false. Second, a stereotype is an unfair generalization. Yes, this is true, as stereotype is a generalization or assumption people make about a person or group of persons. Third, inequality can form the basis for discrimination. True. It is because of the inequality that people form the basis for discrimination. Fourth, the law has given the women equal rights to inherent property. Yes, now this is true, that now law has given the equal right to the women to inherit parental property. Fifth, the constitution discourages diversity because it causes discrimination. False. The constitution does not discourage diversity. So now there are fill in the blanks. Number 1 is when prejudice is expressed in action, it is known as discrimination. When prejudice is expressed in action, it is called discrimination. Second, the practice of untouchability is a dash offense. So the practice of untouchability is a criminal offense. It is a criminal offense. Third, the chief architect of the Indian Constitution was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The chief architect of Indian Constitution was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Next, the Constitution has granted fundamental dash to all Indians. So it has granted fundamental rights to all the Indians. Right? Now, answer the following. Number 1 is explain the term prejudice and discrimination. For this answer, we have to come to page number 10 of our books. On page number 10, under the heading Prejudice and Discrimination, very first line, here it is, when we judge someone or have an idea about them before we actually know anything about them, it is called prejudice. So this is the definition of prejudice. For discrimination, come to fourth last line here. When we express, here it is written this feeling. So change this to when we express the feeling. Change this to the. So when we express the feeling of prejudice in action, it is called discrimination. So this is our answer number 1. Now question number 2 is explain how caste forms a basis for discrimination. For this, come to page number 11 of your book. So we will write this answer in points. So 11, under the heading discrimination on the basis of caste, it is fifth line and it says it differentiated here, right? Here it is written it differentiated. So instead of it, we have to write here, instead of it we have to write caste system differentiated, right? Here we have to write caste system differentiated. Now it's written between, cut the word between. We don't have to write this word. So caste system differentiated people on the basis of superiority and inferiority. So this is first point. Second point is, here it is written treatment. So before the treatment, please write ill treatment. In second point starts from here, treatment, and before the treatment write ill treatment was given. Please write was after treatment. So ill treatment was given to those who were considered the outcast and called untouchables. So this is second point. Now third point starts from here. The so-called untouchables are not allowed to enter temples in many places as their presence was considered polluting, though science had clearly disapproved this notion. Right, till notion, this is third point. So I am repeating the answer. Number 1 point is caste system differentiated people on the basis of superiority and inferiority. Second point, ill treatment was given to those who were considered the outcast and called untouchables. Third point, the so called untouchables are not allowed to enter temples in many places as their presence was considered polluting, though science has clearly disapproved this notion. So, this is third point. So, this is our answer number second. Now question number 3 is what is meant by stereotype? Give an example. For this answer come to page number 13 of your books. For answer number 3 on page number 13 under the heading creating stereotypes we have to write the whole paragraph for our answer number 3. It reads as a stereotype is a generalization or an assumption people make about a person or group of persons. For example, you have to cut these lines, that you have to cut how many times have you heard, so cut these phrase. So our answer will read as, for example, people say only men can join the army or only girls cry. These are generalizations that are very often not true. There are women who join the army and do very well. Similarly, men do cry and there is nothing wrong with it either. So this was our answer number 3. Now question number 4 is give 2 examples to show how girls and women are treated unfairly. For this answer come to page number 15. So we will write this answer in point. First point, female foeticide and infanticide are the two evils. After evils, write are the two evils against girl child. After evils, write against girl child. This is point number 1. I am repeating point number 1. First, female foeticide and infanticides are two evils against girl child. Second point is from here. The demands for dowry made on the parents of the bride is another example of social injustice. This is second point, right? Second point is the demand for dowry made on the parents of the bride is another example of social injustice. Now question number 5 is why does the law prohibit dowry and child marriage? So first we have to write from the question itself, the law prohibits dowry and child marriage as, I am dictating the answer, please write it down, as number 1, they are injustice against women. They are injustice against women. Second point, they are discriminatory and give rise to gender inequality. They are discriminatory and give rise to gender inequality. So this is our answer number 5. Now question number 6 is how does the Indian Constitution prevent discrimination? For this come to page number 16. On page number 16, second column, our answer will start from here, our constitution. Again we have to write this answer in points. So point number 1 is our constitution lays down an impressive list of fundamental rights that offer cut the word to, so that offer all citizens, cut the word those, that offer all citizens basic freedom. Right, this is first point. I am repeating the first point. Our constitution lays down an impressive list of fundamental rights that offers all citizens basic freedom. This is till freedom. It is first point. Second point is from here some of the important fundamental rights include the right to freedom of religion, right to equality, and right to freedom of speech. This is second point. Third point starts from here, the right to equality is one of the most important fundamental rights. This is third point. Fourth point here, This means that no one can be, instead of this right, this right means that no one can be discriminated against on the basis of their gender, caste, religion, race or economic status. This is fourth point, right? So this was our answer number 6. Now there are multiple choice questions, and first one is, which of these actions is not born out of prejudice and discrimination? So we have to read all these action and we have to judge that which is not born out of prejudice and discrimination. So let us read all the options carefully. First, an economically challenged child not being allowed to play football with other children. Okay, is this action not because of prejudice or discrimination? We'll judge later. First, let us read all the points. Second, the person who cleans the bathroom being told to enter the house from the back door. Third, children laughing out a boy who is mentally challenged. And D point, a child with chicken pox not being allowed to play with other children. So, which of these action is not born out of prejudice and discrimination? It was D point. A child with chicken pox was not allowed to play with other children. So this is not prejudice or discrimination. It is because he was having some disease called chicken pox, which could spread with others. That's why he was not allowed to play with other children. So this was not discrimination. This was truly a pure act. But all other points, ABC points, were due to prejudice or discrimination. Now second one is, which of these is not a stereotype? We have to judge which is not a stereotype. So first of all, what is stereotype? A stereotype is a generalization or assumption people make about a person or group of persons, right? These are the certain assumptions that people make about persons or group of persons. Now options are, Radha enjoys cooking because she is a woman. B. Women traveling alone late in the night face more danger than men. C. Sham is better at science than his sister because he is a boy. D. Tony is careful with his money, he must be a Jew. You know, children, this one is very confusing, but here the correct option is C1. As we know what is a stereotype. Stereotype means some assumptions or generalization people make about person or group of person, right? These are certain assumptions. But in C point it says Sham is better at science than his sister. So these are not generalization, or these are not assumption. It is a pure fact, right? So here this statement is not a stereotype. So C is the correct option here. Though they have written because he is a boy, they shouldn't have write these word, but still this is not a generalization or assumption. It is a fact that Sham is better at science than his sister, right? Now third one, gender inequality means, options are discrimination against women, boys are stronger than girls, girls can do things better than boys, or the killing of female babies. So what does inequality means? Inequality means discrimination against women. So A point. Now fourth one is, which of these does not violate a fundamental right of a citizen of India? Options are, Ali is denied a job because he is a Muslim. B. Rekha's salary is less than half that of her male counterparts. C. A man is arrested for damaging a national monument. And D. A man is arrested for taking part in peaceful procession. So what we have to do, that which of these does not violate fundamental rights? So here the option C option says a man is arrested for damaging a national monument. So this is not a fundamental right, right? So here C is the correct option. Fifth, a patriarchal society is one where a man is the head of the family, a woman is the head of a society, a man alone can inherit property, or a man alone can take part in religious functions. So a patriarchal society is one where a man is the head of the family. So here correct option is A. Right? Sorry, by mistake. It's not B, it's A. Right? Here, a patriarchal society is one where a man is the head of the family. Okay, children, so on this note, we have completed this chapter number 2 of social and political life. Now, what is your duty? You have to complete your work in your notebooks, you have to do the question answers in your notebook, and all other exercises in your books. And once you complete all your work, do inform me by commenting in the comment section that ma'am, we have done our work, along with your name. Okay, children? Okay, thank you for watching this. Just complete your work and let me know.